recording as well on my end. We are recording independently round number 1, so we have it. You said yours is set up to record the VOD that we can download later. All right, so let's see. Casey Gregor, thank you again for another gifted sub. Guys, you have been so amazingly awesome. Phil, I am not 100% sure. I have not taken a look at the final numbers. But yeah, we're 237 sounds like it's probably accurate.
Yeah, I know there's one buy, and we're definitely under 256. Here's a question for everybody out there. Before it's shown, what deck do you viewers think Brian Kowal was playing today?
And we're going to go ahead and shut off this music for the moment, guys. We don't need this happening. All right, music is off, and it's time for, well, it's just time for the fun.
Make Angel face.
You saw Forrest. It's Stompy for BK. All right. Guys, I need you to let us know if you're hyped. Like, spam, emotes, all this stuff. LOBSTERCon, Premodern North American Championships 2024 alive. Guys, we're here. We're ready, and it's going to be amazing. All right, yes. All right. Lobsters, I didn't need... Oh, Mash Legs, I wanted you out here. Sorry to see you couldn't be out here, guys. Thank you so much for all your support. You're amazing. They're going, right? Yep, they're going. Guys, let us, as always, know everything sounded good on our tests. Everybody can hear us, myself and Andrew, correct? We're all sounding good as we get going. Looks like Rich is probably keeping a 7. We'll update these deck names as we know what they're doing. And we are definitely going to be relying on them, hopefully using that life counter there to get this strained away. So when in doubt, focus on the life counter on the screen, not on the size. We'll update that as we can. Yes, it is definitely deck name versus deck name because we certainly know what they're playing at the moment. All right, so Rich Shay is an archetype, absolutely. We ran out of resources plugging in, so I'm not sure that's going to.
Yep.
I'm sure that we can look into that next time. I don't want to mess with it before the first round. We're trying to. That's an interesting thought. We'd have to figure that one out. Sorry, back around here, we're trying to figure out a better way to get things up there, but we'll be here as we are. All right, first turn looks like Flood Strand by Mr. Brian Kowal. I believe Brian mulliganed. Island there by Mr. Kowal, followed by a Plains. I think it's probably safe to say that Rich is on Replenish.
Yeah, that Plains is, well, he's definitely on some white. That one's got his Basalt Monolith altar with a little Tog peeking out around it.
Indeed. I feel like these colors...
Looks like Entombment?
It's spicy here. We got an Entombment by Rich, yep. Cracking the fetch. He's going to go to 19. All right. Is Brian maybe on some sort of Replenish Oath? Is awesome. That's a Bant Replenish. That's kind of cool. All right. And Adakar Waste coming down for Mr. Kowal. Landy Hoath. That's a good shout out right there. There's a Tide coming down. Let's see how we do the trickery here.
He's got a seal, right? Yeah.
Yep. I'm assuming target.
Yep.
He'll target, and I'm assuming he targets one land to. Oh, he didn't do because he had 5 counters. He could have untapped a land, I suppose. But that Parallax, for those who are not familiar, Parallax Tide, you have the ability to use its ability to put everything on the stack, holding priority, kill it, so lands don't come back, is the very simple way of saying it. Brian, definitely on our back foot now. I wouldn't say it's boring. It can feel bad if it happens to us, Lucas, but I don't know if it's boring. There's certainly interesting gameplay to the deck. But here comes another tie. Or no, that's a fact, it looks like. All right.
Land.
So wave replenish plus 2, 3 lands.
Oh, there, that is.
Now, the art of the fact or fiction pile is always.
Oh, it's opalescence, not replenish.
Oh, sorry, it is an opalescence. I can't read cards, but that's okay. How do you? I mean, there's no real. You just can't.
There's no creature.
You just can't give him both spells.
I probably would have put one more land the other way.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's rich. I can't debate what he's doing.
Yay! Thank you for the bits, Gregor. The hype is real. Here in round 1, is it probably? Let's go ahead and assume that Brian is on like Landy Hoath. I'm assuming it looks like those colors. Not Land G, I tell you. Landy.
So right now, Rich has got a 3/3.
Yeah, get that figured out. All right.
Yep.
So the attunement swinging for 3. Going to take 3 down to 16. Or sorry, 16.
16,
I know math, right? We're good at math. All right. So yeah, I'm very happy we were able to get to this point where there's no glare. So that makes me a happy panda.
Another attunement.
Yeah, Rich just on the front foot of this right now.
Yeah, you swing for 6 next turn.
Swinging for 6 next turn. Fast clock. Is there much Brian can really do? Yes, comical. They should be in exile. I think they probably know that. Probably one of those. It doesn't really matter where they set down. Down to 10 life there for Brian. So look like we're moving into round or game 2 here. 1-0 up for Rich Shay. What do you think they're bringing in from the sideboards? We do not have deck lists, guys, just so you're aware.
We don't have access to them.
Or we don't have access to it. That is correct. But that was, the turn 4 Parallax with the seal is just kind of slapped it.
Yep. Yeah, where you were out, I was asking what would be a potential ban, and that's my boogeyman.
Yeah. What was the event? Was the event known decks or closed? There will.
I think it's unknown until top 8.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. So that was a relatively quick game. We are assuming. Yes, I suppose Landy Hoath is a bit of a insider thing. Let me see if I can change that. Landy Hoath is probably Bant Replenish. I kind of want to keep it as Landy Hoath, but we should say Bant Replenish. That's probably better. You're right. So, Bant Replenish. Okay. That's where we'll be.
Yeah.
Do we have enough room to make it that big? You know what? We're still getting used to the live ass and the Jarvis is right. I'll take Jarvis being right. Landy Hoath. In parentheses. No, that's how you spell replenish.
Replenished.
Yes. All right. So, okay. Then I'll have to, like, do the yiddle yaddle over this away here. Yoop. Okay. All right, transition. There we go.
Damn, it looks like we're on record for me for most viewers at one time. We're at 130. Expect that number to keep going up.
Well, that's because you put on an awesome show, and we're doing this well. We said it was going to happen. Now, next year we could be better about putting out when and where better. That was on me. I just got too tired, and I just couldn't get there. But overlay is much thanks to Mike Harris, who put it together. Really, we were trying to go with that aesthetic feel, if we can, of those greens and those reds was the hope. So I hope we are able to bring that to you. Don't forget to tip your bartenders. Absolutely, guys. There's a real bar here, real bar. Drink, enjoy yourself, tip. This place is amazing to be in, so there's no doubt about that.
I'll be putting this up on Facebook in a second, so we're not horrible slackers.
Absolutely. I tried to get the Twitters and the Discords as best as I could. But yeah, round one or game one of round one, not much you're necessarily saying there. Outside of I played the card, I did the thing, and then there we go. DFB STRTO, 100% correct. 100% correct on that. It is LobsterCon time, guys. Again, thank you to everyone joining and watching us. This is a weekend of Premodern. With an amazing featurette. Brian Kowal versus Rich Shay here in round number one. Rich Shay up a game. Rich Shay on blue-white Replenish. I'm just saying it as Replenish. And then Brian Kowal on Landy Hoath, we assume, as Bant Replenish. Thank you again for another gifted sub, Gregor. You are amazing. So thank you all.
If you guys slip by, definitely thank you. It was never know what to expect, and you guys are always the best.
Yep. So.
And I just got it up on Facebook. I should probably repost that on others.
Yes. And guys, feel free. If you're in Discords, we're not in, and Facebooks, we're not in. Share this around. Let's see how high we can get this list. Let's do this. Let's make this amazing time. All right, looks like the players 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think Brian is on a keep. Yes, Dom is there. Mike Flores is here. Deadspeed, thank you for the prime sub. Sam Black is here.
Brian
Selden is here. Did David Williams end up making it?
Ooh, I don't know.
We're gonna check that real quick. Our pleasure to stream this for you. David Tao is here. David Williams, guys, is here. That is a throwback name of a throwback name to a man who seemingly has been able to accomplish everything that you can in Magic and, poker and other things. Like, he'd be a cool one to talk to. But anyway, we're into round number 2 here, or game number 2. Lands upon lands upon lands. All right, we got a Treetop Village going to get in there. down to 17. Wasteland, going to go ahead and take care of what looks like a, what's the stupid blue-white filter land? I'm blanking on the name.
Sky Cloud Expanse.
Sky Cloud Expanse. 18 for Brian. It looks like he took 2 from, not sure what he took 2 from.
Darker Waste and Brushland.
That makes sense. Didn't catch those, so player 1 life. All right, they are playing fast. Looks like Mr. Kowal was able to get off the Tide first this time. Nope. It looks like he got. Well, he may have missed 2 land drops. I was changing things. So as I'm changing things, my host Andrew Walker here is going to fill in the spots because I think I'm just going to miss some stuff. Tied me. I tied you back. Absolutely. Okay, so those are those wastelands. So this is the opposite of game 1. Brian really going ahead and slapping it in there. Down to 11 from treetop hits for Rich Shay. 2 accomplished players playing at a very brisk pace. Brian took a 15. All right, we'll get the 15. Thank you. All right. I cannot see that card, it looks like. We're going to take 3 down to 8 for Rich Shay. And he is, I am assuming, going to be taking the win here for Brian Kowal. Is going to just get it in there, activate the treetop. Is that a mulch? That is a mulch.
Yep.
Mulch spotted. It's going to take 1 to 14, put it Rich down to 5. And this one is probably, at the all she wrote point. Orm's Chant going to protect from an attack and any spells, so that's going to give Rich a little bit of a reprieve. Cheers to you, Chapo. Or Chapo. However we pronounce it. All right. So Rich was able to stave off a little pressure with a kicked Orm's Chant and a Replenish. Oh, boy. That might be a turning point. Player 2 life is at 2 or 3. So we got a Replenish off from Rich, bringing back a Parallax and an Attunement. So he is going to be able to take care of those creatures.
Yep.
Mox Diamond coming out from Brian Kowal is going to play his own Replenish. It looks like Wrath of God. Don't know why I was trying to block that one. We're going to allow that. We got that. Replenish into Seal. He's going to target his own lands, it looks like. I'm assuming he's targeting his own lands to untap in the face of another Tide and the Seal. So that will, yep, that makes sense. Is he doing it in response to the Tide, or is he doing it in response to him playing the Replenish? I'm not 100% sure. All right. Lands in exile here. Swing in. He's going to exile the treetop. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, that looked like just maybe a weird communication. Yeah. They fixed it, which, I mean, these players will fix it. They're not going to let something weird like that happen. All right, so Rich, in effect, saved his lands, which gives him an opportunity. He's at 3 life. He doesn't have much to play with that Ancient Tomb in there.
He's only got, what, 2 white, 2 colorless?
2 white and a Tide. So he's discarding Tide's Attunement. And yeah, no, we got you, Armada. You know, none of these players would do anything like I'm trying to get away with it in what we're talking about.
Is there an Opalescence already in Rich's?
I can't see, but he's going to get a. If this resolves, he's going to get a crap ton of stuff back. He is going to go to 1, so that Ancient Tomb is going to be effectively, blank.
Tide,
So
wave.
3 tides, wave, no opalescence. Unyaro Beasting, that's what I want to see. So this is an interesting spot. There's no great way for him to double up on the mana, though, right? Because he can't use that Ancient Tomb anymore.
He's got 3 tides, so he can hold mana off of Brian for the setup.
Yeah. Well, I think that's true. I think he wants to probably contain those. Contain those treetop villages is an obvious one. But you got the wave for that. I was wondering if there's a way he could, float some mana, do tide tricks, and, make mana again so he doesn't have to use that Ancient Tomb. But as long as he can hold off Rich, as long as Rich can hold off the treetops, he's in a decent spot. Now this is telling me he's got. What has he got here? That Replenish was huge. Is he just setting this up to
cast Opalescence now? Oh, but no, he can't.
He can't cast the Opalescence. He needs more land.
He had a filter land, right?
He did. Oh, there's the City of Traders. Okay. There it is. That's going to be it. There it is. He found it. Rich Shay going to go ahead.
Wow.
Picked up that the win there. Rich Shay moving on to 1-0 with his Replenish deck. GG's there. 2 awesome players. We're going to switch us back to our regular talk.